Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of risk in the future trading. All our videos are for educational purpose only. Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of risk in the future trading. All our videos are for educational purpose only. Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry. Okay. All our videos are for educational purpose only, and if you want to follow any of our automated signal, you're very welcome to follow it. We're not your financial advisor, and this is not a trading room. It's strictly educational room. Normally we start at 10 o'clock, and today the market is really on a move, and right now it's 9:46. So we will be activating the other auto trades. And if we look at the market analyzer have 5 different automated trades. At the moment we have 445 ticks based on the last entry signal, not the whole day. And you don't have to trade all of it. You can trade, let's say, 1 ES, that's it. Or if you want 1 ES, 1 NASDAQ, or ES NASDAQ Dow Jones. You can add also CL if you have more money. So you don't have to trade the whole market analyzer. You can pick up one of the instruments and auto trade it. Those white charts, they're coming from the market analyzer based on a 15-second. And you can use the auto trades on a high time frame or a lower time frame. And the whole purpose about the market analyzer, it takes one signal a day, to have one successful signal a day, and you should call it off. We're gonna also show you some different type of an auto trade, and now we are activating the rest of the auto trade, and we will start our time at 10 o'clock. So in the meantime, we please stand by, and we will start at 10 o'clock. Thank you. Okay, guys, you're welcome. We normally start at 10 o'clock. Let me explain to you what happened in here. The market broke this double support area. And then on the pullback, if you notice how close was it to the Fibonacci trailing stop, and what happened, couldn't make it. It's trying to break this double resistance, and now if he breaks this level, we are going to the 41.9350, and it's getting tighter and tighter. In other words, there is no long trade, and if you want to take a short trade, this line is going to come in conjunction with the double resistance. That will be an opportunity for double re-entry short. However, the target one is an institutional number, is 41.76. On the institutional number, people take a profit. You know, a lot of unprofessional traders or a lot of vendors, they don't know about those things. They just been around yesterday. They're not advanced traders, most of them. So if we are breaking that support area here, this means we are going to the target one. Target one, if you notice, is between those two yellow lines. Those two yellow lines measure the previous highs and lows. It's not just a stupid indicator, oversold, overbought. This is irrelevant. This is a baby stuff. What happened to the supply demand? So what I'm saying here, we have the Autotrade configure that, because on every entry the Autotrade configure where the target should be. And if we notice on the 15-second, this is where the targets already hit the targets. And from 10 minutes ago, when we covered the market analyzer, we had around 400 something ticks into the profit, and now we double up to 1,000 tick into the profit based on the market analyzer. And now the whole eye is on that support area. If we are breaking the 41.9350, that's means we are heading to target one. Target one is an institutional number. Right now it's 10 o'clock, which the way it is working right now, the way this market is dropping, it seems like there is a much more potential drops. So we will see what happened. But if you notice those target on the 15-second and the Nasdaq, the target is already where the system has estimated is already. Vito, if you don't mind, I cannot support you, sir, right now. I'm live. And we will see. Okay, Vito got, I don't know if you can see that. He's using a micro account, and I think he's using, yes, the Nasdaq micro account, and he's already 557 on a micro account. That's good, Vito. If you hear the storm outside, we have a storm outside and a heavy rain. And if I was you, Vito, I will drag it a little bit farther down, because I think it's gonna go a little bit farther down. So let's see. So now the key is, if we can break that support area 41.93, we're gonna be heading the target one institutional number, and the institutional number is 41.7675. You will see profit taken, and the market is going to turn around. So be careful. We need to stick our head from those basic indicators and look at the market in a little more down. So let's see if this one here able to break it, which I think they are. They're gonna break that line, and then we're gonna. You made 1,000 on the micro account yesterday. Also trading the Nasdaq, Vito. Okay, let's see what happened here. Right now, it is really confirmed that the re-entry is 42.1650 on a sim. We're not responsible for your trade. This is the re-entry short on 42.1650. It's right there, where is this line in conjunction with this double resistance that can as a re-entry. Sadly, yes, also on the Nasdaq. Okay. Sadly, now on those two trades here, they're okay. Micro account and micro ES, Nasdaq and ES. The market is going back to test the 42.1650 and then re-enter short, and most likely we will be exiting out of those trades. So I'm not gonna be touching them. There is a good profit in there. There is over $6,000 profit on. You have to think about it. What is the cost to use two Nasdaq and two ES, and what is the reward in here? It is already did very well for the amount of money we have used and the amount of money we're getting back from. So they're going to exit right now, and the reason is I'm not going to do anything to it because the re-entry is at 42.14. So we exit on the first minor fib line, and we still have the major fib line. And those two contracts right now, now we sold one on each, and it's going to close the second one because the second fib line, it is a major fib line where is the trailing stop based on. The Autotrade readjusts the trailing stop based on the fib line. So, you know, and so we will see what will happen, and we will, but there is no long. For those guys are using some kind of out-of-dated ATRs or this kind of junk, you gotta be careful. Yeah, it's not from us. If you are using somebody else ATR, and by now your ATR is gonna go long, and you're gonna lose a lot on that auto trade because there is a resistance, and by the time your ATR auto trade ticket trade is gonna kick back right up to your face, so it's not gonna make it. So those guys are using low time auto trades based on just a moving average. They're gonna get in trouble right now. And probably they got happy because the trend helped them a little bit on the way down. But right now they're going to start losing whatever they made because there is no long in here. There is only short. And so we still have one trade on each. And we will, of course, we will be hitting the target one. It's a matter of time. It's 10:09 right now, and we will see what is going on in the market. Now it starts getting really tight because the support area is 41.92. The resistance is 42.11. It's extremely tight. We need to break that 41.91.25. Desperately, we need to break that line. So, because if we break it, that is going to have a better outcome to come into the target one. However, it is still early. It's 10:10. Usually the target 1 and the target 2 usually happen between 11 and 12 o'clock. This is for the morning session, and on a Friday they work like a clock. They usually, right after the markets open, an hour or so, they usually hit, which you will see that tomorrow as well. So right now I'm sitting on a standby to see what's going on in the market. And there is a pullback here. There is nothing, and we will be, don't let it fool you, there is no long. And if you are using somebody else auto trades and now start activating long trade, you are in trouble, because it's going to project from those area here. So you better cover yourself as soon as possible and get out that trade immediately. You're not going to get anything out of it. So we are keeping our eye on it to see what happened, and then we can make a decision. I really wanted to see that ES break in the support area so we can finish as early as possible. Thank you. I don't know if you can hear it. We have a lot of a storm outside, and I might lose connection with the internet. So you gotta be, oops. And I need to keep my eye on this. And we will see if we are about to hit target 1 on the ES. And again, guys, I might lose internet. There is a heavy storm outside, extreme. So at the moment we crossed over 1,000 tick on the market analyzer. We're still struggling with the 41.95, and it's getting extremely tight, because 41.95, and then you have the major resistance for the ES. It is 42.13, folks. Please, the ones are using a wash machine or they are using auto trade, you have to understand that applies to you too, and you gotta be careful. You're gonna burn your finger in here if you don't know what you're doing. It's extremely tight, and we are desperately need to break the 95, 98 level, desperately, on the ES. So we'll see how it's going to be. the gold is going with the same direction as the ES. Try to explain that to Guy. They should not be working together like this. Amazing. Sometimes the market, sometimes the market has no explanation. Okay, hopefully we'll break it. We're about to break it, and we are about to break this line finally. And if we look at the pressure is on our side, the momentum in the market, you can see it from the let me see if I can get he sent us this guy having a special humor. We're talking about wash machine, and this guy sending us this one here as a wash machine. So very good, Vito. Yeah. There we go. We finished. It was a beautiful ride on the ES and NASDAQ. And that long trade you should not follow. That long trade, close it. Close it. You should not follow at all. You're gonna lose all that trade. Do not take long trade on the ES NASDAQ. Do not let it. For our members, just do not let the ES go long. Do not. We called that trade short half an hour ago, and it's right there in front of you. Do not. That's why we said, if you are auto trading or you are using somebody else auto trade, a dummy auto trade based on an ATR or a moving average, you're gonna get in trouble, and stay away from the trouble. You cannot use a low auto trade like this in 2022. So you're gonna get butchered with your account. You have to remember, you're not the only one brilliant enough to auto trade. There is a million traders out there. They are using a smarter auto trade with much more knowledge than you are. You're not gonna smoke them away. Somebody has to lose for somebody else to make money. We cannot be 10 people making money and nobody is losing. The ones they lose, the ones they don't do their homework and they think they can get away with it by just using an ATR or a MACD, and it end up in a disaster when they lose. And you have the other ones, they did their homework, they make money. So the losers support the winners. As simple as that. You can ignore what we are saying, or you can start do your homework. There is no long on the NASDAQ ES, folks. There is no long on the ES. They're fooling you. It's very early to take a long trade. You're gonna get in trouble. Don't. If we look at this NASDAQ, folks, you know, it is a free education, and for the last few years, we have saved many losing trades for people we don't even know. We get an email saying, thank you, he was going to disaster, and we saved many people before. If you look at this NASDAQ, we look at this NASDAQ, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 resistance line. We are not Houdini to figure out which one is gonna work or which one is not. And you can see that it's impossible for this NASDAQ to break all those levels. At the same time, the ES is impossible. So we did not just call the trade. We predicted 20 minutes ago. As a future trader, You don't follow the previous bars like what you were told. As a future trader, you have to predict where this next bar is going. You don't go based on what happened in the past. You are a future trader. You're not a past trader. So your job is to predict the market. How are you going to predict the market? Knowledge. Otherwise, like what Vito sent us, this wash machine, that will be an excellent idea. So right now there is no long, guys, and that's why we said those guys with the low auto trades, basic auto trades like ATRs, MACDs, whatever, right now they are in trouble. Okay, so Nasdaq is extremely tight, and the ES is gonna go down, and they're gonna go ahead and drive us crazy in this area here. It's 10:21, and we're not out of the wood. Guys, don't trust the market. Don't trust the market. Wait. There is nothing indicate you need to go long. Please be careful. They go ahead and fool us around, and then they change the direction in the market, then they fool us around. When you know your stuff, you stay consistent on one direction, and you can understand what's going on. We have a predict that number on the ES 20 minutes ago, and it is exactly where we have predicted. And this is not going to help the Nasdaq either. And there we go. We are on the run again to the short side. So be careful, guys. Be careful, please. Don't let those guys in the market fool you. By this time, everyone jumping on the wagon thinking they're gonna miss the trend. Millions of traders worldwide trade ES. They jump on the wagon to go long, and they start losing money. Millions of dollars are in losses, and worldwide, when you are not concentrating on what's going on in the market. So I mean, I don't understand. A truck driver needs to be educated before he drive a truck. A pilot has to be educated before he fly an airplane. I don't understand how anyone thinks he can come in and kick butts around without any education and earn money. I mean, a pizza man has to get educated in those days in order for him to make pizza. The guy sells bananas. He knows what his bananas all about. I don't know anything about oranges. If I trade oranges, I don't know how to buy a container of oranges and sell it. I don't know when they grow. I don't know anything about oranges. If I want to go to Florida and buy oranges, I need to read a book about it. So I don't understand how people want to come into trading and they cannot tell the difference between an orange and a banana. Seriously, they cannot tell the difference between long and short. But you want to make money. I don't know. I mean, I don't understand this new generation where they're going with. Considering the market is an ATM machine, I don't know. You know, and of course they're not gonna make it. I mean, if I want to go buy a container of orange juice and I don't know anything about juice, Vito today, I think he has started drinking wine early. He's an Italian living in England, double trouble. He said, even go with a woman, you must be educated. You know, I tried to get educated one time, a couple of years ago, how to behave, and we were in this. It was in Europe, not in the USA. We don't have this in the USA. Nobody cares in the USA. How to behave around your woman and, like, you know, surprise her with a flower. Actually, it was a course, you know. And then I went and I said, okay, I'll surprise my woman with a flower, like what they told in this session in the morning. And then I came with a flower to my wife, and she didn't say thank you. He said, what did you do? I said, I don't know. In the course today, they say you should surprise your woman with a flower, and I bought you flower. And she said, no, you did something. That's why you feel guilty and you bought the flower. So even the education with women, sometimes you don't pass, Vito. So so the Nasdaq is to start going on a short run again, as we expected, and let me see. And I lost my ES. I don't know what is my ES. This is the second round on the Nasdaq. This is the second round. By the way, we have an update on Monday for the update from the previous updates on last Monday. We have another update on, I believe, on the trading signal. We have a new update on Monday, so please wait for Monday. We're gonna have a new update. Okay. So we close the gold. And if you have not installed the last version we have sent you on last Monday, wait. You don't have to install it. There is a new version coming on Monday, and follow a lot of stuff. I don't want to talk about it right now. So if we notice, guys, what we were talking about, they're gonna go ahead and drive us around, because those institutional targets comes between 11 and 12. And as we see, I want you, especially for those amateur traders out there, they think trading is a piece of cake. It's not a piece of cake, it's a piece of cucumber. And you will find out that it's much more than what you think, trading. And you will see this market, if we are still on the short trade, once it hit target 1, and I want you to look at the clock. I want you to look at the clock, and I want you to look at this target 1. Maybe that will give you some common sense that trading is not just buying a wash machine called Autotrade and you're gonna laugh all the way to your bank. No, you're gonna cry all the way to your bank if you don't get educated. The education we provide is free. And any trader they don't, or they reject free education, they don't deserve to make money. And in the last 15, 16 years, we have never seen any uneducated person using the market as an ATM machine. So you can live in a dreamland, or you can roll your sleeve and you say, I'm gonna get my hands dirty. I want to change my job. I want to learn. I want to put all those cigarettes away. And I want to not living in a dreamland. I want to get to reality, learn how things work, and then I'll turn on my auto trade when I become an educated. As we see right now, it's 10:31, and it's coming down, and it will be projected from the target one. Profit taking is gonna fly back to the 41.96, and already the CL giving us a lot of excitement today, and we are already in a trade with the CL. It's already made 1,750, and we still have 1,200 out on one contract, and already hit the daily target. So the out is 1,200 and the in is 1,750. So that will cross you over 3,000 on that trade with the CL. And there you go. See how they are. Can you imagine, guys? Oh God. Oh God. Can you imagine before this ES went up here? We warned those guys, your ATR auto trades, your junk auto trades, they're not gonna make it, and the market gonna go back. Can you imagine how many traders using a wash machine called ATR or MACDs or some kind of stupid moving average, and they fall into this trap and did go long, and how much they lost? $200 a day, that's $50,000 a year. And a normal guy with Ninja Trader, he have 5,000, and he think he can yank the market left and right because he has 5,000. He don't understand those 5,000. We have some German traders, daily average plus minus 50,000 euro. Daily average. In other words, on a day they can lose 50,000 euro or they can make 50,000 euro. So when a guy come in thinks he got a big heart, and with the $5,000 he's gonna kick butts in the market, think again, my friend. $5,000, if you don't know what you're doing, $200 a day losses, you calculate it, within a couple months you will be out. And then you end up in one kind of this forum. Everybody has mistreated you. Nobody mistreated you. You mistreated yourself. You fooled yourself by you think you can come into this market with no money, no experience, no education, and you're gonna kick everybody's butts in here. You're not. The only one you're gonna be wounded is your account. Let's don't fool ourselves. And all those, anyone out there tell me he can make it in this market by just turning on an auto trade, he's one big fool. One big fool is a lie. If you don't keep your eye on an auto trade and keep your eye on the market at the same time, auto trades are wonderful. They can take the motions away, but you need to manage. You need to direct your auto trade. You need to understand where is your limitation, And sometimes it requires for you to overtake the auto trade to maximize your profit, or when the auto trade taking a wrong trade and you know you are in trouble, you need to exit immediately to save your money. Closing eyes and making money, this is one story everyone trying to sell you. The reality is not like that, my friend. The reality is not. And trust me, we have seen it so many times, and it does not work this way. Anyway, I want you to keep your eye on the timing, and I want you to keep your eye on the target one. That can explain to you your auto trade, your indicator, your ATR, your MACD has become irrelevant. Especially the ones they are using Renko bar. I don't care if it look nice. I don't care if it look nice. You're fooling yourself when you are trying to determine the market condition and you just put the blinders on your eyes. We have Renko bar. You don't see me using Renko bar. We use Renko bar for reversal. Those guys, the guys are pushing the markets. They're not using your Renko bar. They're using minutes, for God's sake. And when you are putting a Renko bar, you think you're going to make a living with a Renko bar. What you are doing, you're putting a blinder on your eyes so you cannot see the trend. Don't take my word serious for it. Go ahead, be my guest. Activate your live account. Use your Renko bar. We'll meet again in a couple of months when you lose all your money. You cannot use Renko bar to determine trend. I have heard so many stories about Renko bars. Renko bars are fake. Auto trade Renko bars are fake. Indicators on the Renko bars are fake. Everything is fake. Everyone trying to sell you Renko bar, even his underclothes are fake. Go back to the minute, whatever system you are using. Go back to the minute. Try to understand what those guys are doing to you when you are trading. When they are trying to play around with you, going up and down, and they get you lost, you know. It's your money. Be my guest. Look at the time, 10:38, and look where is this market, and look when it's hitting. It's hitting at right there. Okay, I lost my mouth. Okay. Okay, and there we go. And look at the target one. There is nothing below the target one at the moment. Okay. Look the timing, and look where is the ES going to. This is how you see how, and it's 10:39 right now. Let's see, let's watch it. They might take us for a circle one more time before they hit the target. You know, they go again. Look, 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 look. I'm going up. Jump on the wagon. You jump, and then the market goes around. I'm not making money. Yeah, well, look at the chart. You know, and so look at the timing and look where is the target. For the CL traders, you should close this auto trade. CL traders, you should close this auto trade. The system is already estimated the target is going to be at 103.86, and it cannot be better than that. If we look on the CL traders, it came in right at the resistance, and start firing reversal, and like some the other reversal you've seen out there for sale, our reversal do not repaint. They stay on the bar where they say is a reversal. So we have the chart on the 1 minute is screaming, yelling, reversal, reversal, slow down, push your brakes. And then another system on the auto trade is estimating 103.87. This is a total separate system. What you have a chart with an instrument trying to land an aircraft at night with no vision. So what we are looking at here on the CL, overwhelming different system telling you reverse, another system telling you where's the target, where you need to exit, and then another system is telling you when you pull back, where is your re-entry. And now it is 10:41, and look how where the ES landed. If you don't get what I'm saying right now, I don't know what else I can do. I really don't know what else I can do. My kids they have an ear problems too. They don't listen, but they're both having ear problems. You say go left, they go right. They're grown. What you gonna do with them? 10:42, and here's the target. And now what they are doing, they're playing with us here. They're playing with us. Yeah. Oversold, overbought. Oh, it's turning on the... No, it's not. It's going to go down. Once we hit the target one, it's finished, the ES. Profit taking on the target one, and it's finished. You can sit down and get in the suntan on your computer monitors from now till 12 o'clock. But the story is over here today once we hit the target at 11 o'clock. How this happened? It happened. And tomorrow, I will try to go live because I have to go to my other office on the weekend. Tomorrow, for the ones who are watching us, you will see those target 1, target 2 come in 1 hour after you close. After 1 hour, the market open. So, and I don't know tomorrow if it's going to be long or short market. I have no idea what will happen tomorrow, but you will see it again. You go back to those previous videos we made live on that channel, and you see how they work like a clock. So your auto trade and your indicators become irrelevant once you miss your target. When you are off the direction, they become useless. So right now we are 10:44, and you can see the market waiting for the Christmas time at 11 o'clock. CL, you should have closed that trade, and if there is any potential going up right now, it will be on the target one, but there is a pullback on the CL, could be dropping to the level of 103.7 as a pullback re-entry long, and then you have the target one institutional at 104.81, profit taken at 104.81. And let's go ahead and monitor the NASDAQ. For the NASDAQ traders, NASDAQ lately has been doing extremely well. NASDAQ already hit target one. And look at this. Another system telling you to buy. This is totally separate system. is telling you to buy, target 1 hit, it's going to re-enter the market short on a sim at 13094.75. For the guys are using dummy auto trade with the moving averages, you're gonna be in trouble, because by the time the market goes here, it's gonna give you signal long and you don't have long. We're still waiting on 007 here, Mr. James Bond ES, to go down to the target 1, and then we call it off. There is no long, guys. There is no long. Don't let those guys fool you. There is no long. Short, short, short. On the sim. You're not paying us for this. We're not your financial advisor. It's an education here. Free. Okay, the Nasdaq, you can see from the video how much it made on the first run on the short, and this is the second run, and it's going to close. I'm not going to do anything to it, and there is no long on the Nasdaq, there is no long on the ES. We're coming to the 4203, and then it's going to take a dive again. Don't do anything right now. Don't. So there we go. We close in one position. The money was made on the earlier trade, and it's 1047. And we still have a major trailing stop on the Fib. And now it is 1047. And we are waiting. And once we hit target 1, gentlemen, there is nothing left. Mr. L.O. Lorenzo. Another things also, guys, without even indicators, it's not about buying indicators or selling indicators or none of this crap. If we look at the CL, you can see how the CL went up, and you can see where is the resistance line at 103.97 without even putting an indicator in there. And you can see how this curve and that makes you think when you are auto trading, should I stay on that trade or should I close that trade? It seems like it's getting flat. So again, guys, look at the chart. Maybe today to you the chart looked like just a chart, but day in and a day out, what you need is to develop your own skill, your own, nobody's else, not my system, not anybody else's system. And you don't need to pay anyone to be in the room and all this, or buying stupid CDs or DVDs or books. We read the book. The second day, they're all gone. They were all gone, because what you read in the book and then what you see in the life, every time there is a different story. What time is it right now? It is 10:51. Where is this ES? You don't need a book for that. You don't need to buy somebody's CDs for that either. And if we look at the CL without any indicator, folks, what we are looking at here is losing the ground. So for a guy don't have an open position, he can look at the ES of the CL and exactly what we have said, exactly what we have give you warning where the reversal was. And here it is, the re-entry is at 103.11, which we, Mr. LO, I'm live right now. Thank you. And this is the only way you can enter this market, is waiting on the re-entry point, or this is a decision to exit the CL. No optimization is going to help you out in here on any given a platform. Optimization is not going to bail you out of the market when the market is in trouble. And if we notice the ES here, even when you are auto trading or just looking at the chart, if you notice we have a predicted here, it's getting tight. If you go back to this video today, we told you start getting very tight. If you are looking, or you come in the morning, you want to auto trade, doesn't matter what system, because somebody asking me, is it only your system? It's everybody's system. If we look at this ES, what it's been doing for the last half an hour, what it's been doing, it's going to the resistance at 41.95 and coming to the support at 41.8450. That's all what it's doing. It's just stuck in that channel. So when you come in and we look at the 1 minute, the guy with a Renko bar is totally blind. 1 foot is out of this misery called trading for him. He's not going to make it. He's just digging his own grave with his account. But when we are talking about the 1 minute, when you look at the 1 minute, you get up in the morning, you want to start your auto trade, you see the ES is tight. It's going between a support and a resistance, a few ticks here and a few ticks there. Why you want to activate an auto trade? Any auto trade. Or if you want to take your manual trade, why you want to do that? You know? So when you see things like this, when you get up in the morning, you want to start your auto trade, go make a coffee, wash your car for 5-10 minutes, until this market give us direction. and then turn on your auto trade. Optimization is not going to help you predict for you at 10:55 a.m. on April the 28th, on Thursday, the market is going to jump between channels. It's not going to predict that for you. It's not. And nothing can, this is a wrong trade, guys. No long. I don't want you to take long. Not right now. So right now, as we see here, we are in this area here. There is always, guys, the chart is not just one chart. The chart is split in 3-4 pieces. There is a certain area on the chart, whether you are using 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, there is a certain area on the chart you should not be touching. There is a certain area on the chart you can take long. There is a certain area on the chart you can take short, whether you are auto trading, manual trading. As an example here, we see the ES is going between those lines and it's been jammed. Heavy resistance on the ES preventing me from taking long. If I want to go long, for me to go or activate the auto trade to go long, I have to go above those numbers, 42.06. If I want to go short, I can go short from here with a very small stop loss on a sim if you want to do that. And with a very small stop loss. So there is a good way I can take a short in here, or I can take a long from that area, despite whether you are auto trading or not. There is a certain area in the chart is untradable. By the most professional traders, they know the trick. They know where it needs to be traded and when to skip it. Most of those institutionals, when they are using Autotrader, they're not using your rank bar and they are not using ATRs. There is at least 13 or 15 IT people adjusting those auto trades on a daily basis when they are in the market, depends on the market condition. As a trader, you are the manager, you are the guy who's steering this auto trade, you are the guy who has to manage this auto trade, you are the guy who has to make decision for that auto trade sometimes. Sometimes you need to bail out of a bad trade, and sometimes you can extend the target on any given trade because you want to maximize your trade. So those conditions a trader has to do in order to maximize his profit and minimize his losses. If you don't do that, you are at the mercy for the market, and with your luck, you will be always in the wrong place taking the trades. And that is real. This is a proven real that you cannot close your eyes in the market. They say money never sleeps in the movie, neither your eyes can close. They forgot that part. So you cannot. Look at this. I didn't want anyone to take the long on the NASDAQ, and I don't trust the ES going long. And right now it is 10:59. I don't trust any of it. I'm sitting on the side. It's not over yet. This area here, if you ask me, I've been doing this for 27, 28 years. If you ask me if it's long or short on the ES right now, I'll tell you, flip a comment. I have no clue. I have no clue if this ES able to make it long or short at the moment. I can see it's getting momentum. It could be turning from short to long. It could be. Or it could be they're just trying to fool us. I don't trust them. I don't trust the market. So if we look at the ES condition right now, it could be fake movement. So we are sitting on the side and we are waiting to see where this ES want to go, because now we are heading 11 o'clock and we want to know what's going on, because from 11 o'clock you need to start picking up your pieces from the table, picking up the crumbs of the table even. So here now we are sitting on the standby, we don't know what to do. So when you are trying to activate an auto trade in those conditions right now, where the ES can be immediately short or immediately long and is sitting on neutral, and you try to make a decision when you cannot read the market, you are making a big mess out of your account. You're not making a big mess out of me or your neighbor. You're putting your account in on a very high risk trade. You cannot measure every trade the same, because it depends on the condition. Where is this market? Sometimes any auto trade can be taking a trade with lower risk, and sometimes your auto trade, any auto trade, can be taking a trade on a very high risk. It is your job to determine you want to unleash that auto trade to go long or short. It is your job to figure out, should I stay? Another acute guy or a smart guy might say, well, I use a break even immediately. What you're talking about? Yes, you can use a break even immediately, and then you can use a trailing stop 5 ticks. Is that smart? Well, let me tell you one thing. This guy is using 5 ticks break even immediately, so he don't have to use his head, and a trailing stop 10 ticks or 8 ticks. He will never see $1,000 trade. He will never see $1,000 trade. His brain, it is most of the time, his average trade is less than $100 per trade. Here is the problem. Using a Renko bar, he's already blind. Using a small trailing stop and stop loss, he is in trouble if you don't know what you're doing. And then you have winning trades and losing trade. And then his stop loss, you calculate his stop loss, you calculate his winning trade, you find out his account going negative because his losing trades are bigger than his winning trades. And that is a disaster. They don't calculate it this way. So right now, the market is trying to change momentum, and we're not out of the wood yet. Why? Look at the NASDAQ. I don't trust it. I don't trust this movement, and I don't believe we are going to go long right now until we see this ES going above those fib lines. So I'm going to stay a little bit longer to prove my point for you guys, and you will see. The only time I'm going to start looking at the ES long when it is start crossing those fib lines. Then we see, in conjunction with the NASDAQ and everything, the situation. How is the momentum? How is the pressure? And then now we can say we have an open highway to the long. But right now, I'm not going to do anything about that. I'm going to be sitting on the side with it. This is not hard if you spend 1 hour a day of your time in the morning or in the afternoon or noon or in the evening, and try to adapt your eyes to the market where the eyes can be connected to your brain somehow, and then you can see, once you start adopting the movement, You don't need anyone. And if you are looking for someone to provide money for you to trade because you don't have money, when you are good, they will look for you. You don't need to look for them. They will look for you. But if you think you're going to buy a wash machine and they're going to give you money, then you have a long way to go. So right now, once we see this ES crossing, pulling back, confirm, then we are okay to go long. Before that, I'm not budging on that. And the things is with the market, you don't follow the market. You just wait till the market comes to you. So, if it is a really true ES long right now, what we need to see, the pullback confirming the support area here. The oldest trick for the last 27, 28 years is identify trend, confirm. Identify trend, confirm, then trade. This is the only theory it's been working for the last 27 years. We've seen so many systems on the last 27. They come and go as fast as they come. We need to see this market pulling back on a certain level to confirm what we are looking at. And now we broke this FOX, those resistance line. The market now start turning positive. We don't need to trade right there. What we need to do, wait till the market come back and confirm the 4204. Once the market come back, you can take the trade safely. But when it is flying right now, you should not be igniting the trade. So we're gonna wait till we see this market. My Autotrader took a trade, but I still didn't want it to take a trade long. Sometimes you might say, well, man, I missed this long trade. No, you did not miss a long trade. On the Nasdaq, I don't want anyone to take that trade, and I still believe you should not be taking that trade. If this happened to you and you see this, yeah, today this one here surprised us and went and survived that long, survived it. But tomorrow, maybe not surviving it, you lose. So you stay consistent on what you believe in, and right now, the market turnaround is fine. Signals start firing long, and if you still wanted to trade, you wait till this market pull back to the support area, confirm the support area, and then you trade. All this now, you should not chase it. Don't chase it. And if we look at the CL is going short. As we notice when we are trading, it will start getting flat, fooled us a little bit, and start taking a dive. So once the market come into the 4204, you will have a trade long on the SIM. And on the Nasdaq, once the market pull back to the 13,150, you have a long entry. But we, on the SIM, we're not your financial advisor, please. If we notice here, on the ES, it came into the resistance line and start finding reversal signals. And now if we notice here, this market start going back, and that's why you should not try to catch a flying knife. When the market is going, don't get scared you're gonna miss on the trend. Even if you missed on that trend, play it safe. And now the market want to go back. When the market pull back, we can verify the support areas they are holding. You have something to lean your back on when you are trying to activate a trade. Don't listen to those guys. They say, I use 20 ticks as stop loss. There is nothing called 20 ticks as stop loss. There is nothing called 10 ticks as stop loss. Every trade has a price, has a stop loss. When the market come down here, come down to, I'm not going to take a trade on that ES until it come into the support to lean my back on it. Now, in other words, if I want to use a stop loss, it has to be below that number, below the fib line. We do not take a trade in here and use it as stop loss 10 ticks, 20 ticks, 30 ticks. Whether you take the trade from here or here or here, the stop loss is the same, below the fib line. You can buy an expensive trade with a big stop loss, or you can wait till this market pull back and you can buy it. So, sometimes you miss a trade. Welcome to trading. Sometimes you miss. Technically, this market on the Nasdaq, when this Autotrade took that trade, I was not convinced to go long. Today, it did go long. That's fine. It made money. That's fine. Tomorrow, if I have the same condition, maybe it's not going to make 3,000. Maybe it's going to lose 3,000. So don't chase a wild goose. Don't take risk, because I don't want this Nasdaq to be taking a trade long. And it did. Surprising. Welcome to trading. Always the market do whatever you're not expecting. But I still wait till the market get down to the level 149 to take a re-entry to make sure the support area is going to hold. And I wanted to take a trade on 4204 long when the market gets back, and when the market will get back to those numbers. In those area here, once the market dive in this, there is no trade. Once the market go below that messy area here, you have an open road for the short. And right now, we are waiting on the market to pull back, which it will. Because every time, guys, every time the ES get a new number or going up, it's got to go back to confirm every tick. It has to go back and confirm. Other than that is a bubble. So every movement has to go back and reconfirm. Remember that. So you're not missing anything. And sometimes we missed. Welcome. But every number is going to go back and confirm. So you should not say, oh man, I could have made 1,000. Don't do that. Stay on your consistency, and maybe it's better to make 500 than to chase a wild goose for 1,000. And if you notice here, the Nasdaq come into the double resistance and it starts sinking, and it could be the ES is gonna start losing. I'm not gonna figure out where the ES is going right now. I'm going to stick to go long on a re-entry long, and this is has no meaning for me to take any action on this ES at the moment. First, when you are taking a trade in here on the ES, there is no place to hold your stop loss. It's a free fall. There is no place to hold your stop loss. If you take the trade from here, you have a protection. Here you don't have any protection. It's like you're laying $300 in a supermarket on the floor. No protection. So if we miss a trend, we miss a trend. Welcome to trading. But I will stay here and protect myself here. I will not chase that trade. This way you can protect your money. And if any guy trying to chase this one here right now, he's unprotected and a high risk, extreme high risk. So now if we monitor this ES and the Nasdaq, they're both going down to the re-entry point. There we go. It's 11:16. We say thank you very much. Oh, okay, hold on. We want to say thank you very much for today, and we will see you tomorrow at 10 o'clock.